I still haven't heard anything from the doctor's office this morning regarding my x-ray yesterday, but last night after we got home and had eaten dinner, my tomatoes were like massive, so it was time to pick them, and this morning I'm going to start working on cutting up some stuff to make some of my salsa, and I'll put a link to the video for that salsa in the description below. This is my recipe that has lasted for several years. It's definitely my favorite because you don't have to cook it prior to canning it. And the original recipe only calls for 4 cups of ripe tomatoes, but because I want to do 7 quarts, I have down here my conversion, which is going to be 12 cups of ripe tomatoes, 15 jalapeno peppers, 6 onions, but I never put that many in, 2 peppers, 3 cans of tomato sauce, 3 teaspoons of salt, 3 teaspoons of garlic, it's 3 teaspoons of crushed garlic, 6 tablespoons of parsley, and then 4.5 tablespoons of red wine. Mary just brought me over some Play-Doh. I think she wants me to throw that in the stuff for the salsa, but I don't think that's going to happen. Well, the tomatoes are washed, and now it's time to start slicing. I finished all of the tomatoes, and now I've got to go out to the garden and pick the parsley and the peppers. We are doing that garden. No? Peppers? I'll show you which ones I want. Alright, well, let's start with the parsley. We need 6 tablespoons of parsley. So let's cut this big one right here, Lydia. Right here. Please don't cut my fingers. Right there, perfect cut. All right, there's one. Let's see, that's probably not enough for 6, so let's do another sprig here. Let's do this one. Oh, that one just broke right off. Must be fresh. Now we need some peppers. We'll pick these 2 big ones right here. Have this one here. And we'll just
That's a big one.
We don't want to rip the plant, so just gently bend it up. Keep going. There we go. That's one. And let's pick that other big one. There you go. 2 bell peppers. And then we need to get some jalapenos.
Right there.
Oh, there's lots of peppers in there, but we only need 2 for our recipe, so we'll leave those for later.
Yes.
All right. So now we need to gently pick some jalapeno peppers. Yep. Don't pull though. Yep, that's right. Just like that.
A little pepper.
Yep.
Another one in here.
A parade of peppers. The girls helped me pick all of this. Got some nice flat leaf parsley, some jalapeno peppers, and then 2 bell peppers, and that should be all that I need for my salsa. I put my jalapeno peppers and parsley in my food processor, and I'll do the peppers and onions like that because it's just so much easier than hand chopping all that stuff, particularly the onions and the peppers when they are really hot and spicy. They really make me cry, and I don't like that. And this is a lot faster, and with a bunch of kids, speed is important. Doctor's office finally called and said that the x-ray was negative, which means there's no break or fracture. So it must be just a pretty nasty sprain. I just need to take my ibuprofen and behave myself and keep my foot elevated for a little while, and it should recover. And she said if I have any pain after 2 weeks, I can come back and they'll send me in for an MRI. But I will say today it does seem like it's feeling a little bit better, so let's hope things are looking up and I can be back to chasing the kids in no time. I've almost got the salsa done, and all of the big kids are downstairs. There's Peter, and he's helping me get my canning lids and rings and get everything ready so I don't have to go up and down the stairs. I finished mixing everything up in my salsa, and I tasted it, and it doesn't have much spice at all. And those are a new type of jalapeno peppers that I grew, so I wasn't familiar with how many I should put in there for the correct amount of heat. So I gotta go back outside, pick a few more peppers, chop them up, throw them in, and see if that tastes any spicier. Now they're filling up the jars.
with the salsa.
Do you like the salsa, John?
No, I'm not a big fan of salsa.
Really? Oh,
No.
it's too spicy for you.
Kids are excited, and the reason why is a truck just pulled up to our neighbor and it has a crane on it. So they're hoping they pick something up or drop something off. Doesn't look like there's anything to drop off.
I picked another 12 plus pounds of tomatoes today, and the ones that are ripening right now are all of my paste tomatoes. So I have a lot to do with the sauces and the salsa. So today I'm making my favorite oven roasted tomato sauce. It's super easy to put together, and the oven does all the work for you. It uses 4 pounds of tomatoes, a little bit of olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic, onion, and basil, and the rest happens in the oven. I'm going to cook this for anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how juicy these tomatoes are, and then I have myself a wonderful homemade sauce ready for dinner tonight. It's 8:30, the kids are in bed, and I have decided I'm going to at least start the brine and soaking process to make some yellow squash pickle relish. I've never made this before, but I am drowning in patty pans. When they say they're extremely prolific, they are very serious about that because I have so many patty pans I can't keep up with them. I have these 4 really big ones, but those are only the ones I'm going to be using for the relish. Here's the rest of them. I have a giant bowl full of them. I have some more in this bucket with cucumbers and zucchini. And then if you walk over here, there are a few more in there. And then just tonight, I picked a few more too. Hopefully this recipe is really good, and I'll be making another batch or two because I don't know what else to do with my patty pans. Oh, this seemed like the next best thing was to make some relish.